we're back. Hope you enjoyed the national anthem there, and very nice rendition tonight. And looks like we've got perfect weather tonight. News Channel 9 says it's going to be perfect weather tonight. We're going to have good sunshine, no storms like the last couple of games, so clear skies, good sunshine, lots of heat for the game tonight. So both teams getting out there, and I'm sure we'll see quite a few water breaks too during the course of the evening. Just got to say a quick hello to one of the hooligans who can't be here tonight. Matthew Weir got laid out with appendicitis and had the operation last night very suddenly. So hope you're watching at home, Matthew, and enjoying the game and the stream.
Simon, it's going to be a really, really intense night here. First round of the playoffs, Southeastern Conference in the NPSL. Enter Nashville against Chattanooga Football Club. These are two teams that know each other pretty well. After playing to a 1-1 tie here in Chattanooga in the first meeting of the season, Nashville was able to come away with a 2-1 victory in Nashville. A little bit of controversy. CFC scored a second goal that was called back, but as it stood, Nashville came away with the victory. Chattanooga was able to come out with a higher seeding in the NPSL because of goal difference.
That's right.
And therefore, we are here at Finley. We went over the starting lineups just before the national anthem. But before we get into those again, we got Nashville playing from right to left in the white jerseys. We got Chattanooga playing from left to right in the blue jerseys. Simon, let's walk through those Chattanooga Football Club starters.
Let's run through it again. Those of you just joining us at home. Starting tonight, we have up front Felipe Antonio and Zeka. In the midfield, we've got Kieran Bywater, John Carrier, Leo De Schmidt, and Juan Hernandez Mendizabal. And in the defence, we have and Peter Pearson too, taking Matt Aldridge's place. And in the defence, we have, let's see, Jake Lever, Soren Juhaszczyk, and Jake Young tonight in the back. So a good standard setup for Chattanooga FC, a normal kind of familiar formation, which should lead to confidence for the team. And we've got, of course, on the bench, we've got Luke Winter, Sindre Walo, and some other big names waiting to come on. So should be interesting to watch this game all the way through, see what Coach Bill does to counter Nashville's attack. Who have you got on the squad sheet for Nashville, Carlos?
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see how Peter Pearson does this afternoon. As you mentioned, coming in for Matt Aldred, the captain who for so long served CFC. We wish him the best as he moves on to his new job, University of Florida. We got CFC with a little bit of possession, and I believe it's John Carrier with the captain's armband today for Chattanooga Football Club.
Mr. Carrier, yes it is.
And got the play down in this right-hand corner, near side, just under the Chattahooligans. That's Felipe Antonio with it, winning another CFC throw-in. As soon as we get a break in the action, Simon will go over Nashville starters. Into Zeka, Carrier floating it in, and just over the bar. We'll get a little break here. We'll start with Nashville starters. We have number 7, Jose Castellano. We have number 11, Andrew Chamberlain, who is going to be a danger man for Nashville, who scored 5 goals in the season to be their leading scorer. Also, someone to watch who's going to have a really good game today in front of Chattahooligans is number 1, Hayden Kaufman, who has 3 clean sheets on the season. He's the goalkeeper. We have number 10, Liam Collins, playing midfield. Number 2, Daniel Dunleavy, playing defense. We have number 21, Christian Gomez, in midfield. We have Felix Obilo, number 3, playing forward. Richard Reichenberger. We have number 19, Ellis Roberts, and number 22, Daniel Sassana, who will be in defense. And rounding out the lineup for Nashville will be Gregory Warden playing midfield and Luke Wilson playing defense. Opportunity for some pressure here, and cleared well by Juhaszczyk out to Jake Young. Trying to find an outlet ball. Cut out there. A Nashville defender, but headed right down to Zeka's feet. Hernandez with it, over to Pearson. All the way out to De Schmidt, who really has had a very dynamic end of the season. Simon
he really
De Schmidt
has.
with lots of assists, lots of goals in these last couple games. He's going to look to be active with Felipe on that left-hand side.
That's right. With that hat-trick in the last game, very exciting for Leo. He was pumped about that, and that was a big deal. So Leo certainly can't perform at the right time of the season. Carrier controlling the ball there, bringing it down.
Ball played to the back post.
And a cross by Bywater, a little too strong, that one.
Yeah, I like the first time opportunity there to whip the ball across. You could see what he was trying to do. Just a little bit too lofted as all the CFC players had come over to the near post.
That's right. Yeah, in the game against Georgia last time we were here at Finley Stadium, that's when Leo got his hat-trick, and it was a goal fest, it really was. Things like that do make a difference. That's why Chattanooga's got the higher seeding, because of that great goal difference. So even though they were winning, and a lot of teams will say, well, we're winning 2-0, we'll leave it here, but the goal difference makes a lot of difference in this, especially with a short season. So any chance you get to score a goal during NPSL soccer, you take it. And that's what makes it so exciting. There's so much play going on. It's not a long season where there's more strategy. It's a matter of getting as much as you can into a very short space of time indeed.
Nashville doing well here with a little bit of possession. A little bit sloppy there. Bywater was almost able to step in. A little diagonal ball here. Well done by Jake Young. Sliding challenge, knocking the ball out of bounds. CFC will get back in their shape. This isn't the Nashville of old, Simon, that we've gotten used to. They're going to be a little bit more dangerous up front, a little bit more dynamic. Looks like a 4-3-3 setup.
Yeah, I think you're right, Carlos. They aren't going to take this line down. They've got a lot to prove, especially in their first season, and they want to get something out. It's almost a goal there.
Was it cleared well, and then Nashville almost able to take advantage, crossing the ball right into a dangerous area. I'm not sure if Pita was able to get a touch on there, keep it away.
Here comes Antonio.
Breaking away.
Zeka.
Back across.
And the referee stops play for the foul. Didn't play the advantage and could have.
Yeah. No, he didn't bring it back for the foul. So I think what happened there was Peterson did get the bump, and on that bump he was passing it into Zeka's feet when Zeka was a little bit
he was offside.
Yeah, and that's what he's foul.
Yeah, you're right.
No, you're right. There's
good offside call.
Yep.
I'm
interested to see whether the referee could have gone back to that bump on Felipe that you mentioned, but he chose not to, going with the offside.
Well, if we'd been in Nashville, Carlos, the referee would have gone back and reran that play several times until he was happy.
Let's not get involved in any of that now, Simon. Nashville with a little bit of possession, getting here, trying to control the tempo because they know that Chattanooga is going to be pressing a good bit in this game. The Chattanooga will definitely push the team on, finding a little bit of space here in between the defenders and the midfielders. That's number 7 coming forward for Nashville. That's Jose Castellanos Cordova driving forward from his midfield position to try and get a shot that was deflected and into the safe hands of Paulo Pita, looking to distribute up towards Antonio with a little flick. Zeka will choose not to put on too much pressure here, and the ball will roll out for a goal kick.
Lots of action in the first 5 minutes, Carlos. That's what we expected. A lot of drama in this game. If they keep up this pace, they'll be worn out by half-time.
Yeah, it's both teams, though, Simon. Both teams applying lots of pressure, as you see there. Carrier right on the Nashville player as he receives, forcing the giveaway. Peterson finding Hernandez out to Carrier on this right side. Looks like 1v1. Hernandez with a turn. Pearson. Oh, and I would have liked to see a shot from the top of the 18 there, Simon. You got to be aggressive.
Definitely.
Out to DeSchmidt.
Can't hold back here. Straight to the keeper.
Yeah, and he'll be disappointed with the quality on that one, Simon.
They've got to take their chances, Carlos. This is not a game you want to hold back, and this is sudden death. You have to win tonight.
That's something we haven't had. We haven't had to have overtime so far, Simon. We haven't gone into penalties. Nothing like that so far. But we have to have a winner tonight.
We do.
So
if it
playoff
goes
action, we will go into overtime. We will go into penalties.
And we'll be here talking to you and telling you all about it if it does go on. So, be ready for maybe a late night tonight. We don't know yet.
Nashville again trying to control the tempo, getting their players up and in. John Carrier with a header here. Couldn't quite find Oliveira. Simon, I'm really interested in our formation today. We've been playing this 3-5-2 really, really aggressively with both of our wingbacks pushing really high. Tonight it looks like we're sinking just a little bit more into what is more of a 4-4-2 shape. As the ball's over here on this side with Carrier, you see DeSchmidt really, really low while Carrier is putting on pressure. And we saw the same thing when it was on DeSchmidt's side. He was pushed up really high and Carrier had sunk in. So maybe that's a tactical adjustment that Coach Bill Elliott has made since coming home and having that rough result in Nashville. But we'll look to see how that works and see if we can keep Nashville at bay. They've scored a lot of goals this season.
They have. They've had a good season. For their first season, they've done very well. They've had some good coaching staff. They've actually been going although it's their first season in NPSL, the Nashville soccer setup in Antioch's been going for 6 years, and they've been slowly building it. And I think this is one of the results. They've been working hard. A long shot there into Paulo Peter's hands. He gathers that one up, no problems. They've been going for 6 years under the management of Pedro Reyes from Honduras, and he's been building into an international team. That's his plan. And the three heads of the team, Pedro Reyes, say from Honduras, Richard Askey from England, and Jomo Cromwell from Guyana, they've all been working to bring in the international flavour of Nashville into the soccer team. And although they've mainly been playing indoor soccer, they've branched out and they want to grow it some more. And this is what we're seeing tonight. So these guys, though they haven't played in the outdoor league until this year, they've been playing indoors together quite a lot. So they have a fair amount of understanding and experience of playing as a team. So just because they're new doesn't mean you should write them off.
CFC with a good bit of possession here, working it to Jake Young. Zeka with a good run into the channel.
Zeka winning the ball.
He's going to get there.
Who's on for him? Trying to pass it? Trying to find somebody open. Who's open? Nobody there. Carrier. Antonio. And it bobbles away. A little indecision there, and Zeka got away, and nobody was expecting it. And so nobody followed him in, which left him a bit exposed, like, where does the ball go now?
Nashville
pushing
really well.
away.
Yeah, I think they did well to close off the space there at
Yes.
the near post. Zeka couldn't quite find anybody, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And Nashville able to come away with it. Liam Collins with a driven ball out to the right side. Well done by Lever to head it away. Schmidt, a little bit of miscommunication with Oliveira.
I think Jacob Lever's improved each game, Carlos. I have to say, he gets better and better as he gets more playing time under his belt.
And that's one of the things that, most players will tell you, Simon, as they get involved, as they start to find more game time, they start to find their form, and they're able to find that consistency that helps them play well. It's not about, the skill for most of these players. It's about, again, that consistency of game time that allows them to find their feet and find just the game speed, because the NPSL isn't slow. And you see both players there, both the number 10s challenging it for it. No dangerous play.
Chipped over there. Nice ball. Can Nashville make something of this?
Cordova with it. Out to the right side.
And again, safely stifled. Peter gathers it, and the danger is averted. But I think the team looks different from when we first saw them play at the start of the season, which was only a few months ago. They look a lot more confident, a lot more of a team than they did before. And that just takes time to build. You can't make that happen quickly.
Long punt by Pita after the save. Bounces to Hernandez. Keeping possession here. Antonio able to get it down.
Trying to get a shot in, changed his mind. Out to the Schmidt. Tries to cross it low, but Nashville break it up.
That was Rickenberger stepping in there, number 4, to get that ball at the near post after Schmidt had driven it in. Nashville again with a little bit of possession. Cordova. And back to the goalkeeper, Hayden Kaufman. Wilson back to Kaufman again. You see Zeka pressuring there. Kaufman with a little bit of indecision, lets the ball run out of play.
Right.
Carey with a long throw towards Hernandez.
Trying to get something going in the box. Nashville pushing him out again.
Bywater to Lever. All the way to the left side with the Schmidt. Driven in towards Zeka, who's able to find it. Cleared away.
Chattanooga really turned the screw, Carlos, trying to get something going here. They're not letting up. Carrier flicked on to Zeka. Carrier. Can he shoot? Oh,
I think that one was deflection.
Netting.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a deflection, Simon.
Referee's given a goal kick. Looks like it came off the defender from Nashville, but the referee is...
Yeah, that's a miss there from the referee.
I think so, yeah. He's giving a goal kick.
Yeah, the goalkeeper would have been forced into a save from Carrier's left foot there, I believe. Bounced off the defender and out towards the corner flag. Should have been a corner kick, and that's the first time you see Bill Elliott off his bench.
Right.
He's a referee we know well. He's been here several times this year, several times over the last couple years. Pearson with a good touch to Bywater there. Zeka able to
trying to
chase it
steal
down.
through and makes it. Oh, and goes
That's got
down.
to be a foul, and you see the assistant
Yeah,
referee.
challenged by the Nashville
getting into a
defence.
spot.
Flicked him down there, right under the nose of the Chatahooligans. And they are waving yellow cards at him, waiting to see if the referee does the same.
That'd be a little bit harsh, I
It would
believe,
be,
Simon.
yeah.
One thing I don't like is when players ask the referee to caution the offending players. I think the
Right.
referees have enough to deal with until we get players starting to do that. And see Zeka really asking the referee to think about it. And
Right.
I think he did do
Yeah.
the right thing there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking to the player. It was a harsh
Well,
challenge, and Zeka
yeah.
was around the corner, but good opportunity here for CFC to swing it in. DeSchmidt and Bywater above it. I think Bywater's just going to move over to the left-hand side and give it to DeSchmidt. See an in-swinger towards the near post here. Didn't make it over the first player. Headed away. Bywater with it.
Lever bringing the ball forward, being strong, getting around two defenders. A little strong on the chance, but Zeka's got it. Taking the shot and pulls it left. Nice play from Chattanooga, keeping the pressure on Nashville all the time, Carlos. We're in the 15th minute, still 0-0, but Chattanooga having the most of the play so far.
Nashville did have that one opportunity where there was that little scramble in front of Peter's
Right.
6-yard box.
Oh, and a bad clearance. Antonio steals a clearance away. Still fighting for the ball in the box. And goes out for a corner. Good play there from Antonio. Very aggressive to steal the ball from the goalkeeper as he throws it out. And for reward with a corner on the far side. Just like Bywater coming up to take it. Good crowd tonight, Carlos. I'm looking at probably 2,500 at least, maybe more.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a few more than that in the
I think so
stands.
too. People are still coming in.
Ready for this corner kick.
In swinging from Bywater. Oh! And a header from Pearson. The goalkeeper drops it and then grabs it again on the line. Almost crept underneath him. Very exciting.
Not quite sure who the defender was right in front of the goalkeeper, who kind of swung his leg at it, maybe unsided the goalkeeper
Right.
just a little bit, but in the end, Kaufman able to gobble it up. No harm done there, but a good opportunity for Pearson
Very
to put
good.
CFC on the score sheet.
So a near miss at each end, Carlos. Lots more drama to come.
Hernandez with it, finding a little bit of space on the left-hand side for Lever. Yahaszek, Pearson, all the way out to Jake Young. And Zeka into that channel again. That's consistent, Simon.
It is.
See Antonio checking two and Zeka running in behind.
And the far ball, a little strong there from Juanito. That was a bit too much
And I
on that
think-
one. But a good move coming up there. A good
yeah,
move.
I think there was a good little interchange, and then Antonio just laying it back to Hernandez, who was, I think, maybe unsided by the referee there as he flashed in
Right.
front of him, and then, as you mentioned, just overhit that one. Just
Yeah, a
tad
little bit. A little bit strong. But yeah.
Put back into play. Pearson, good header, and he's back onto it.
So quick, isn't he? He really is.
Wilson with it, driven forward.
Nice ball, but Jake Young reads it well.
He was looking for Christian Gomez there on this left-hand side. Hasn't quite been able to get involved in the game.
Chattanooga looking a lot more, I think the word is intelligent on the ball, where they're anticipating some of these shots and these passes, which they weren't doing so much at the start of the season. They were letting balls get past them, and now they're really zoned in on this, and they're not letting Nashville get a lot of space, and they're anticipating much, much better, Carlos.
Pearson looking forward for Antonio there, just wasn't able to find the connection. And you see the Nashville defenders just waving at their teammates, trying to calm them down, trying
Right.
to get a little bit of possession, a little bit of rhythm.
And we got a player down. Looks like their forward for Nashville is down.
Here's one of those water breaks that you're talking about,
Yeah.
Simon. Everybody
Oh, yeah.
coming over to the sideline, wanting a little bit of water.
I think he took a bump from Peter Pearson when he turned around sharply. He may have just pulled a muscle, but yeah, time for a water break. for the folks out there. It is very, very hot today. It's a real scorching Tennessee summer, so definitely glad we're here in the air conditioning. Isn't that selfish? But it's pretty hot down there.
Well, as we get into the 19th minute, what do you see so far? I mean, tactically, as far as some individual players or formations or how the teams are approaching the game?
Well, Chattanooga are coming out strong. Nashville are countering them pretty well, but they aren't really able to clear the ball very well out of their area. And Nashville need to focus on making sure they get the ball to their players and not give it away cheaply, which they've been doing a little bit. But part of that, I say, is down to CFC being more intelligent, reading the ball better, reading the game, as we call it. And that's made it better for them to have a little more strength, as a team. So the defence hasn't had to work too hard tonight, apart from that one incident where Nashville did get back in there and slid the ball right across the 6-yard box. But tonight, so far, Chattanooga having the run of the play. Having said that, on the last game we played Nashville, you remember Chattanooga had the run of play too, and Nashville came away with the victory because they capitalised on their 2 chances and they flipped the ball in the net away from the keeper. So possession is not everything. It's important, but at the end of the day, it's about balls in the net. So I'm not going to get too certain there's going to be a win one way or the other yet until we get close towards the end of the game, because possession can turn and the team can have a lot of possession. We see it over and over in the professional leagues, and yet they still come away without losing the game. So lots to watch out for there, I think. But all the players are doing well. I'm pleased with the way Chattanooga is shaping up. And everybody's doing their job very well, working hard, and they're going to be tired tonight, I know that.
Well, while we were talking, number 25, James Nark for Nashville, has entered the field for the injured player. So like a like-for-like substitution.
Right.
Went straight up front to that target forward position that was being occupied. And looks like the Nashville player's in some pain down with the physios.
Yeah, it's like he pulled a muscle somewhere in his leg. So they'll probably be icing that up and giving some attention. Meantime, back on the field, Jake Young's going to try and bring it forward through Carrot on the right-hand side. Zeka gets pushed over, but referee doesn't say anything about it. So play goes on, carrying on with Chattanooga FC throw.
Christian Gomez couldn't quite get on the end of that one. Headed away by number 20 for Nashville.
A lot of action this side of the field near the Chatahooligans. Everybody's crowding up a little bit, not really using the whole field too much. Hernandez fighting with their number 10. They're trying to get the ball back, but Nashville keeping possession very smartly there.
Yeah, it's Leon Collins working really well, Nashville number 10.
He's working hard.
And I think a correction that we're going to go ahead and put out there, Simon, is Daniel Dunleavy, who's playing left back for Nashville today. We said he was going to be in number 2, but it may have missed a 0 in there. So
okay.
He's out here on this left-hand side operating. He had that good header and that good steal, quick succession a minute ago. Now looking to support his attacking players. Ball almost bounces to him. Christian, number 21, jumps in front. Bywater wins it. Trying to come forward.
Wins the throw for Chattanooga.
Yeah, it might have bounced off the hand there. You see a couple
Right.
of hands pop up on the CFC bench, but referee just plays it throw in. I think that's probably the right decision.
Zeka fighting for that ball, but he's outnumbered again. But he never quits.
Bywater working in there. Good combination sign. I think they need to get some better spacing.
They're really bunched up, aren't they, Carlos? Look at them. They're just like, packed together like biscuits in a tin.
Juhaszek able to step in there, win the ball. Back to Collins. Now here to Dunleavy. Collins again. Good footwork. Doesn't really take him anywhere. Plays straight back. Wilson driving forward.
Good steal from Chattanooga. Zeka trying to break. One-on-one. Can he get past? The defender takes the ball and clobbers Zeka at the same time, but he did play the ball, so the referee keeps the game going.
That was a really, really good challenge there.
It was. Good timing.
Collins just checking his shoulder, making sure Zeka was all right. Nashville keeping possession. That was number 13, Collins, stepping into the midfield and losing possession. Number 4 able to slide across and help him out. That's Rickenberger from his right back spot. The sliding challenge on Zeka. Simon, he was on goal.
He was. I think they had to do something.
Yeah. If he didn't time that one right, could have been denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Right.
Would have been a red card. But as it stands, really, really good slide.
It was a good tackle.
And,
there's that fine line between a good tackle and denying a goal-scoring chance, and they all know that.
Yeah.
And the players do play out right to the limit.
Pearson combining with Bywater. Out to Lever on the left-hand side.
Nice ball. Intercepted by Nashville again. They're reading the ball better too and starting to see those curving balls that are trying to get behind the defenders.
Schmidt comes away with it. Good tackle there. That was Cordova, known more for his attacking style, doing the defensive work there, getting Nashville some possession.
And again, Chattanooga getting the ball away. Antonio on his own though, he's got 3 on him. Can he do something? No, he's letting it build up with Schmidt there and Hernandez rather than making the break.
Jake Young with a lot of space, finding his center midfielder.
Yeah, a lot of room there.
And now we start to see the wingbacks pushing a little bit further forward, Simon.
Right.
May have been an instruction from Coach Bill Elliott to be really, really tight in the first 15, 20 minutes of the game. But as we're entering the 25th minute, see a little bit more of Chattanooga starting to dictate play, start to get those wing backs forward, start to get Hernandez on the ball more, and hopefully start to create some more chances.
Chattanooga being patient here, not rushing it. Trying to find that weak spot in the Nashville armour. That ball's a bit too long, goes out for a Nashville throw, but yeah, a little more patience there rather than just pushing up hard and fast. I think they're trying to think about conserving energy too.
Kaufman driving the ball downfield. Check with a header forward. Zeka onto it. Hernandez back to Zeka.
Go Zeka, go.
Right-footed.
Oh, blocked out very well by the defender. Back to
Carrier with it.
Carrier taking the shot.
Deflected over the bar.
Wow.
And the referee again pointing to the goal kick. That's 2 in a row that he's missed.
Watch the replay on your YouTube at home, folks. That came off the Nashville defender's head. Should have been a corner kick.
And you see Carrier talking to the referee.
Interesting when everybody in the stadium sees that and a couple of thousand people see it and the ref doesn't. Always interesting moment, that.
Yeah, and the referee's in good position there.
He was.
Pearson jumps, wins the header. Down to Hernandez. DeSchmidt with it now. Cut out as he's trying to find Antonio. Zeka with it now. Carrier will look to drive into this area on the right-hand side. Bywater finding Antonio.
Trying to get space. He's really boxed in with defenders there.
Good
Still
footwork.
trying to find space. Well played. Nashville forcing it away.
Zeka with a little bit of a rash challenge.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. The referee's given them the foul in Nashville's favour.
That was a bit like a Paul Scholes challenge there, Simon. A little bit late, a little bit high,
Well,
a little
yeah.
bit rash.
A little bit like Paul Scholes, except nobody's got a broken leg.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Exactly. I just mean an attacking-minded
Oh,
player
I see.
challenging all wild,
I see. Not a Vinny,
willy-nilly.
not a Vinny Jones attack.
Yeah. We're not talking red cards. We're not talking
Okay.
injuries. We're
All
just
right.
talking about a rash challenge. Nashville goalkeeper will drive it forward here after the foul by Zeka. Lots of time and space.
Really, yes.
Able to bring the ball down on his chest well there.
Nashville looking to break. Can they get something going?
Dunleavy combining there. Cardoza. That was Gomez going down under a little bit of pressure. Referee in a good spot. Good turn there by Hernandez. That ball just stuck on his foot.
Schmidt wide on the far side there, plenty of space for him to operate. He's returning it back to Carrier on this side. Carrier winning the ball, but dispossessed. Having to turn around and quickly run back.
There's Gomez putting pressure on Carrier, winning it and driving forward, as you mentioned. Cordova. Collins with it, looking for that diagonal ball.
Deep ball, Levers on the end of it, nicely headed away. Takes control and stops that being a dangerous situation.
Smartly found a Schmidt.
Very smart, good play.
Antonio just couldn't bring
Didn't
that
get-
one down.
Yeah, that was a weird bounce. Nashville trying to get something going, but they can't keep the ball in. A little bit frustrated there. I think that was a good chance for them. They didn't really make the most of it.
And Simon, it was number 3, Felix Abilo, the forward, stepping off for Nashville in that injury earlier. He's back on the Nashville bench, seems to have recovered, got a little bit of ice on his leg, so
good.
It's like the end of the evening for him, but hope for a quick recovery. All the way back to PETA. And as we enter to the 30th minute, Simon, we're going to have a guest in the booth.
We are, yes.
Excited to have Donnie Whitehall joining us today. Tell us a little bit about the game, insight into the season. Of course, you'll remember last time with a phenomenal goal.
That's right.
Against Nashville Football
That
Club
was,
in Nashville with a little scorpion kick.
Cracking
It's got to
goal.
be on the list for the NPSL goal of the season.
That'll
Simon.
be on the reel we're going to have at the end of the season. We do the goal of the season. That'll definitely be featuring Antonio challenging a keeper who's way out of his box. Still far out of the box. That's Nashville breaking down the attack so that Chattanooga can't make anything out of that. But the keeper came way out to get that ball.
Yeah, he was definitely on the front foot. As a goalkeeper, you can't hesitate. Got to be ready. Got to be reading the
Nice
play.
throw to Zeka
with it.
in the box. Zeka out to Hernandez. Back to Bywater, over to Schmidt.
Good quick play in midfield there. Driven in to Carrier.
Carrier again. Can Carrier do something with this? He's got one-on-one. Here he goes into space. Takes a shot. Oh, and pushed away by the Nashville defence. Again, they are working hard tonight.
Collins on the ball. Found Cordova. Able to find their way out of there. Gomez with the ball down the line.
Nice flick. Can Nashville break?
Levered with a good intervention there with the left foot. Trying
Still
to keep it in play.
Trying to keep it in. Yeah,
He did.
Keeps the ball in play. Good defending. And danger averted by Chattanooga once again.
The Chatahooligans have figured out what they're calling the international goalkeeper this evening, Simon, and I believe
Yes,
it's
sir.
the Kool-Aid Man.
It is Kool-Aid
They're going to
Man.
score on the Kool-Aid Man. Hernandez coming away with the ball. Little toe poke to Peterson, out to Jake Young. Let's go ahead and welcome our guest
Sure.
for the afternoon.
Absolutely. Let's
Simon.
do that.
Yeah, Mr. Whitehall in the booth. Danny, tell us a little bit about how the season's gone for you, your first season at Chattanooga Football Club, and kind of how you found Chattanooga and the NPSL in general after a really successful college season.
Oh, thanks for having me again. Nice to be here, obviously, watching the game with you two. I've loved it so far. Hopefully there's more to come as well.
So we mentioned the goal you scored against Nashville. As we see Antonio rounding the corner, Zeka into the box, creating an option. I think Hernandez needs to make a run across here.
Oh,
We sure the referee isn't pointing goal kick this time?
this time he got a corner. I think he got that one right. He may have looked at his book of 101 tips for referees to get that one right, Carlos.
But as we were talking, Danny, the goal you scored against Nashville, it seemed like a moment that was kind of awkward and just instinctive for you. Talk to us about that moment and kind of how You score goals and the instincts in those moments, does it just take over, or how's it work?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me about that, and I'm still not quite sure of the answer. So it was just I was trying to get something on it, and it's come off the right part of my boot and managed to go in the far corner.
Bywater with the corner.
Yeah, an amazing goal to watch on the stream. We were like, what has happened? It was great. So
I think everyone was like that, including myself. Yeah.
Well, I say I'll be a show reel at the end of the season, the best goals, and that's got to be on there for sure. So
it's certainly one of the better ones I've scored.
Absolutely, and critical too, because it turned the game around and put us back in the game. So that was very important. So
referee having a quick word with a Nashville player. He's grabbing Zeka just a little bit. Zeka's initiating a little bit of contact out to Carrier, holding the ball off well here. Eventually won by Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville coming away with it. Trying to make something out of this.
And that's number 25, the substitute, James Nark, going away with the ball on this left-hand side.
So, Danny, what are you playing tonight? You got a knock, or what's going on?
It's a good question. I've not been selected. Obviously, we've got 20, 25 great players, so at any point anyone can be left out, and tonight was my turn.
Well, I hate to hear that, because we've enjoyed watching you play this season.
Yeah, I've enjoyed playing, but
we can tell watching you having a good time.
No, like I said, the lads out there on the field and the lads on the bench are more than capable of doing a job tonight, so I can't be too upset with it.
Right, well, it's a good thing to have a problem that you've got such a good team. You had to leave a good player on the bench when you have such a depth in the squad.
Well, it's not just me as well. There's a lot of lads that haven't played many minutes that obviously would like to. We're all soccer players, so we all want to play, but that's part and parcel of the game.
Well, it is, and it's what we see in the pro game everywhere. It's just there's just an enormous amount of talent out there. But, it's always good how you enjoy coming up here in the box and watching the game from up here, and you see it differently from being down there, as we said last time. So how's it looking to you tonight from up here rather than down on the bench? It looks completely different, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the last time we played them at home. We've had more of the ball, more of the better chances, just about that final pass again, just missing at the minute. If we can get, and I think if we get one up, obviously with it being a playoff game, they've got to open up and try and get a goal. So I think if we see one, we could see a few more.
Ball into the box here.
We were thinking that, and you can't play for a draw tonight, can you?
No.
Hernandez being held back there.
That's another thing, we can't get involved there with the referee with these little chippy fouls. We know that's what they're going to try and do to upset our rhythm. So if we just keep focusing on playing them, I'm sure we'll be fine. Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of psychology in that, in getting the opposing players to commit and get a foul and pull a card.
Is there anything you can tell us as far as insights that you guys were focusing on in training this week, or that Coach Bill Elliott has highlighted in particular about tactically maybe the way you want to attack Nashville, or how you want to defend? Anything that you can give us some insight on?
Well, obviously we've played these twice now, 2 different games, obviously with the pitch at their place and the pitch here. And I think we've tried to focus on using the big picture at Finley to our advantage to stretch them out, create gaps between their midfield and their defence, and really try and stretch the game out.
Yeah, their pitch looked quite small in Nashville. Was it small to run around on?
It was small, and it wasn't the best either. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is 2 teams of 11 with the same ball, so it was exactly the same for them as it was for us.
Right.
Bywater finding Schmidt. Back to Bywater. That's one thing I have noticed, Danny, as you mentioned, just our width. You see Carrier out here on the line to Schmidt with his heels on the line over there. Hernandez almost giving the ball up there. And these runs here by Zeka into these channel areas have really been causing him a problem. Good combination there with Carrier.
Carrier breaking. Who's with him?
Antonio.
Doesn't quite get the connection. There's a collision with the Nashville.
There it is again. We're seeing it's like half a yard off. So if we can just get that final pass a little bit better.
Yeah. That was right.
It's coming.
Right there, it is, isn't it? It's getting better all the time. Unintentional collision there, but Nashville defender's on his knees.
And you see the Nashville defender just give Antonio a little pat there. That's 2 players going in hard.
Yeah.
Nothing malicious there.
That was a 50-50. So
Yeah, Nashville wins a goal kick. Come away with it. Dangerous play there again from this right-hand side. Got Hernandez, Zeka, and Carrier combining, trying to find Antonio with that final ball. Jake Young strong.
As always.
Oh, almost a miscommunication there.
Well dealt with. Never in doubt.
DeSchmidt with it.
10.
That's a good ball into Zeka. 1v1.
On your own.
These are the opportunities.
Get it.
Oh, and straight at the goalkeeper. Did well to hold it there. No rebound. Able to gobble it right up. And that's more of that space that you were talking about, Danny.
Yeah.
Hernandez and Zeka able to combine and get a little bit onto that one, but the goalkeeper with a good save. Where do you think that we're finding the most success so far as you watch from up here or from where you were down there?
Well, I think that passage you played there was perfect, where we've got Zeka and Antonio stretching the game. And Juan, we all know what Juan's like with his feet, getting them gaps. And if we can find one in them gaps and getting turned and threading passes through towards goal, I think that's where we can be most dangerous with the pace of Zeka and Antonio up top.
Yep. And that's one thing that we talk about with Hernandez quite a bit. It's his vision, being able to get the ball and turn and find those players ahead of him who are running into good spaces. But at this point, we got a CFC foul. The referee blowing for the foul there. I believe that was Jake Lever getting up on a header. Unintentional contact with the head. We got a foul there. The referee just backing the wall up. This is Collins for Nashville. We'll put the ball into the box. It's a dangerous area for a feed kick.
Mm-hmm. It is. I want to see what Nashville can do for a set piece here.
Yeah, we've worked a lot on that this last week. We know they're dangerous from these.
Towards the penalty spot.
That went well though.
Yeah, Lever did well to get up.
Still not clear.
Nashville player goes down. A little bit of contact by Bywater, but nothing in it.
Long shot. Clearing Bywater, clearing it for Antonio Hernandez.
Yeah, well done. DeSchmidt on the far side. Oh, and played behind him. Yeah, Antonio's got to play that one driven more across. Collins did well to keep that one in. And Lever with a strong challenge.
Straight in there, no messing about.
Good turn by Hernandez.
English tackle.
Right.
Exactly.
A little bit of contact. Carrier goes down.
Yeah, not intentional.
Yeah, I think that's just 6 of one, half dozen the other. Both players running into each other there. Bywater just keeps possession. Out to Carrier again. Zeka making his way down the line. Carrier inside.
Trying to slide that ball through the gap and just not quite getting there. Like Danny says, we can get those balls sneaked through. There's going to be a goal coming.
There's Pearson breaking away.
Penalty. Oh, when he goes
down
down.
he goes. Is that a penalty?
He should have thrown
Referee
himself
saying
on the floor.
Oh, referee saying nothing.
Yeah. Striker speaking to you there. Throw yourself on the floor there.
Right.
Far too honest.
Yeah. Midfielders trying to be honest, bursting through there. Pearson with a little bit of contact on the first challenge, a little bit of contact on the second one as well. But I think he was already going a little bit off balance and then goes down in the end trying to get that shot off, but not enough to earn the penalty there. But another opportunity for your football club to break, Simon.
That's right, Carlos. As they're going in the last 5 minutes of the first half, everybody wants to go into the locker room a goal up, and that was a good chance there. So everybody's looking at that psychological advantage of going in 1 up at half time. So both teams know that, and both teams would love to have that.
Bywater and Hernandez both doing well the past couple minutes to get turned, find the weak side. You see Bywater there finding Jake Young and into Hernandez's feet. Zeka coming to get it short. Hernandez had run beyond him. Gets it at his feet. Pearson turning.
This is better from Chattanooga, keeping the possession going. And as I was saying that, I was the curse of the commentator. It breaks down again.
Yeah, I think we'd like to have Hernandez or Bywater in that position where Pearson was there. A little bit better with the ball at their feet, sliding those passes in. Pearson a little bit more of a defensive midfielder type. Antonio with it. Back to Pearson. Check. Bywater will get turned here. That's a good ball in.
Nice.
Just a little bit too much for Carrier.
That was a shame. That was a good idea from Bywater. Good read on the defence there.
He would have got that a few years ago. He's getting old, John Carrier.
Is that what it is? Okay, we'll let him know afterwards. Yeah.
He's got that armband on tonight. I don't know if you want to be dishing it out like that. But I agree. It's been interesting to see the evolution of players like John Carrier.
Yeah.
Plays a completely different role than he did maybe a couple years ago, scoring lots of goals, lots of assists. A little bit quiet of a season from him. And than we've seen in the past couple years, but maybe growing into a little bit more of a leadership role. Winter as well, not playing as much, but that leadership, that experience on the bench is...
I'd say, definitely. Maybe quiet from what you can see, but for us, the guys such as Carrier, Luke, Juan, Aldo, although he's left now, they've been massive for us this year. And especially me as well. I feel like I've got a lot to learn from them guys. So if you're listening, Matthew Aldo, thank you.
What a career for Matt Aldred here at Chattanooga Football Club. Again, has moved on to his post at a pretty big time job at the University of Florida.
That's pretty big.
We want to congratulate him, and it's important for these players to move on gracefully into the next period of their life. Some, into more professional settings for soccer, some into the professional workforce, and we wish him the best of luck at the University of Florida. Into the 45th minute here. Pretty quiet last couple minutes. CFC better the chances overall in the first half. Nashville with a couple dangerous free kicks, a couple balls under the box that were troublesome, but for the most part, Chattanooga Football Club keeping them at bay. Good touch here by Zeka, trying to find Carrier, Bywater to Jake Young.
Not spending a whole lot of injury time, Carl, maybe a minute or two, because it's been fairly flowing football tonight. It's been good.
Yeah, there was the one substitution that we had, but other than that, Simon, I agree.
Yeah.
Lots of flowing soccer, and I think we can expect more of it in the second half. Danny, what do you expect from Bill as you go into the locker room? What would he be telling the teams? You know, you've been with him all season. It's maybe not so much the inspirational talk, maybe the tactical one. What's he tell the team today?
I think what I've alluded to before, just look after that final pass a little bit better. We're getting into the right position with the right players. We just need to use it a little bit better, I think. And if we do that, then we'll get a goal, it'll open up, and hopefully we can get some more. So I think, if you remember last time I was in here, I predicted the full-time score at half time. I got it right, didn't I?
Yeah. I think we owe you a beer for that one. You were spot on.
So what's the prediction this time around?
This time it's going to be 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 CFC.
Just one cheeky little goal or a scorcher?
We'll take any goal in this.
All right. Fair enough.
It's going to be a Juan Hernandez goal. There you go. Head it here first.
All right.
Very good.
1-0. Juan Hernandez goal. Zeka doing well. Beat his defender.
Oh,
good ball in.
Antonio. Oh, it does go. It's got to be a penalty.
Take it one. Take it
a
one.
penalty. And a card for the goalkeeper too for that one.
Send him off. He's got to go as well.
Got to go.
This is a decision for the referee.
That was a
Not
no-brainer.
send him off.
Yeah, that was a scoring chance, and that usually is a red card.
New stipulations in the law.
Let's see what we get.
With the goalkeeper challenging for the ball there's no longer double jeopardy, so you're not going to see the penalty and the red card. So we have the
one or the
penalty.
other. Okay.
Chances are we're going to see that yellow card. If it had been outside the box, definitely a red card with the Ducks denying the obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Knowledge. I'll take your answer.
But because he's challenged for the ball, it's definitely going to be a yellow card. If anything at all, I would be very surprised to see him give nothing. And there's the
yellow card. You're correct again, Carlos.
Well done, Carlos. Well done, mate.
That's yellow for Hayden Kaufman.
1-0.
Who's going to step
Looks
up?
like it.
You said it, 1-0.
Me and Leo, we practice these after training.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I know exactly where he's going, but I'm not going to say it.
Don't say
anything.
it just yet.
Let's have a surprise tonight.
Just in
It's going to
case.
be the left foot of Leo Schmidt stepping up for this one. He looks calm,
Come on, Leo. Come on.
talking with the referee just a little bit as we go into halftime.
Those of you watching at home, Danny can't sit down. He's too excited and too nervous. He's standing up and twitching because he wants to see the goal going.
This may be the last action of the first half. See all the players from CFC on the bench standing up, all the hooligans standing up.
Whole stadium's on its feet tonight, folks. Hope you're at home too.
Come on, Leo.
DeSchmidt. Walk up.
Oh, yes.
There he goes, up high. The goalkeeper with no chance to his left-hand side. Schmidt buries it. You see the celebration from the hooligans. You see the celebration from CFC, but they know lots of work to do in this second half, Simon.
What a scorching goal. Great penalty, calmly taken. Back of the net, 1-0 Chattanooga. And Galen Riley's got his shirt off.
We don't want to see that, Simon.
Oh, cut away, camera 3, cut away.
It's a great penalty.
It really was.
Excellent.
Not saving that.
Yeah, you see him walk up, lots of power. You see a lot of different techniques from the penalties. Sometimes you go for placement, sometimes right down the middle, sometimes with a whole bunch of power. Schmidt choosing the powers. Is that the way it goes down in practice?
Yeah, he always goes that side. So credit to him there, he stepped up and smashed it home.
Have a little bit extra time here.
It was a great time to score as well.
Here we go again. Antonio going for it, chasing down.
Oh no,
I think we're going to see a foul there.
Down the box, but
I think that's going to be the last action as well.
I think so.
There we go.
Halftime, the referee blows the whistle. And you mentioned it, Danny. That's definitely a momentum turner for Chattanooga. The hooligans will go in at halftime really excited. Does that change the team talk at all? We mentioned, the final pass needing to be a little bit better. Does Coach Bill Elliott change what he talks about as he goes in now?
I mean, not entirely, no. I think he'll still be saying the same kind of things to the boys. But maybe be a little bit more patient now. Obviously, they've got to come after the game. I don't think they'll change too much until the end. If they can say to themselves, it's 1-0, if it's still 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, they're still in it. So I'm sure it'll come right down to the wire.
Excellent. Well, that was a very exciting first half there, folks. Hope you enjoy that at home. Currently going into the locker rooms, 1-0 Chattanooga FC. Lots to play for in the second half. We're going to step away for about 15 minutes. You go in and put your feet up and get the kettle on for a quick cup of tea, and we'll be back in 15 minutes, folks. Don't go away. This is going to be a cracking game. See you soon. And we're back, folks. Second half is about to get going. We've had a substitution for Chattanooga FC. It's like Cameron Woodfin's coming on to play up front, number 29. He may be taking off. Who's he replacing?
It's Juan Hernandez, who hasn't come back out of the locker room.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Several of you mentioning on the stream, we really are a completely different team when Juan Hernandez is in the lineup. He has struggled with injuries a little bit this year. I wonder if maybe that's reared its ugly head again. He was really, really influential in that first half. Woodfin had a good game. He came on for his debut, scored a goal. Looks to be active. That same attacking midfield role that Hernandez was playing, trying to link up with Antonio and Zeka.
So this time Chattanooga FC playing from right to left on your screens, of course, and attacking the, I'll say the tailgate end, the first Turnsley Pavilion end. I want to call it the tailgate end, but they're actually attacking from right to left. Lights are on at Finley Stadium. It's a beautiful evening. We've got 45 minutes of exciting soccer coming up, so do not adjust your set and do not leave room for anything.
That was a foul by Bywater in there. Nashville played it quickly. Into the box. Mendoza blocked out there. Or, I'm sorry, Cordova. Young heading away at the near post. Woodfin trying to combine with Antonio there. Just off the wrong side of the foot and out of bounds for Nashville throw-in. Let's remind everybody, in the game earlier today, Atlanta Silverbacks won 1-0 over Asheville City Soccer Club. Lots of contact there.
Referee not blowing the whistle though. Good play by Jacob Lever.
It's number 11, Andrew Chamberlain, who went down.
Zeka chasing it down. Woodfin right up behind him. Trying to win the ball back. Antonio winning the ball. Trying to set Zeka free. Over to Woodfin. No. Back to Bywater. Go for the long shot. Bam.
Oh, and just by the post.
Just to the left of the post from Kieran Bywater. Hit a scorcher from 22 yards out.
He scored from that range before. Free kicks in play. Saw him score against New Orleans on the laser from about that range.
That's right.
Just by the post on this time. Goalkeeper Hayden Coffin, glad to watch that one sail by. The goal kick long up the field, won by Uhaschek.
Nice long ball from Nashville, broken down. Jacob Lever going in and clearing it, but getting a knock. I think he's okay on that one. And ball out of play safely.
That's Chamberlain. Still frustrated about this play with lots of contact in the corner. You see him talking to the referee, gesturing, motioning towards this corner. Again, you see that a lot from players. Frustrated about a no call on one side, and then they go with maybe a little bit of a rash challenge there on Lever, giving up the free kick needlessly.
Right.
You got Paulo Pita, the free kick just at the edge of the 18-yard box.
I can see that leading to more frustration as the game goes on, Carl. Things don't go their way. I'm afraid these players know there's a lot riding on this game tonight. The winner goes on, the loser goes back on the bus, back home. So a lot to play for tonight.
Just overhit there. Miscommunication. The striker was checking in to get the ball at his feet. The ball went over into the space behind him. Bywater in possession. Uhaschek with it now. All the way out to Carrier. Good
nice
flick
touch
by Zeka there.
And Zeka right to Antonio, trying to get around two defenders.
Over to DeSchmidt.
Who's unmarked.
Oh, just got that one wrong.
Slices the ball.
You see him kind of hop up there.
Yeah.
Might have got a little bit of the turf.
Right. That reminds
Maybe
me
he
of my.
just mishit it, Simon.
Reminds me of the last time I played golf, Carlos.
I don't think I've ever played golf, but I've definitely taken some shots like that. That's why I played goalkeeper. Schmidt up there, able to get a little flick on it all the way back to Pita. A little bit of fancy footwork by him, keeping it at his feet, just taking his time. Our guest Danny Whitehall mentioned that Coach Bill Elliott would preach patience in this second half with that lead that DeSchmidt was able to give Chattanooga right at the end of this first half with the penalty kick that was earned by Antonio as he streaked into the box. I think we're going to see a little bit of that, Simon. Lots of possession from Chattanooga, but they can't sit back.
No, you
Several
can't.
People mentioning on the stream that they hope CFC is going for that second goal, and I agree. A 1-0 scoreline just isn't safe for anybody. Nashville driving it forward.
We've seen so many games where a team has been one up and still end up on the losing end, Carlos, this season. So, yeah.
And there's Pita again.
Just
taking the air out of the game. Taking his time.
Can't relax till that final whistle blows. We're a little way to go till then, so...
We're just entering the 51st minute.
Yeah, a lot more to play yet.
We do have over 200 people watching on the YouTube stream today. It's quite the crowd. If you're out there listening, make sure you mention where you're watching from. We're here at beautiful Finley Stadium in Chattanooga, but we want to know where you guys are.
Yep. I know some of you are watching in Europe and other parts of the world, so say hello.
Been lots of confusion about the standings for the Southeastern Conference and how they're doing the playoffs. At this point, what we're
Zeka goes down, bit of a challenge there from behind. Referee sees nothing wrong with it.
Carrier with a challenge as well.
Crowd not liking that, but play goes on.
Again, mentioning the playoff structure for Southeast. As the #1 seed, New Orleans will have the right to host both the semifinals and the final for the Southeastern Conference.
That's right.
At this point, with the 1-0 win, the Atlanta Silverbacks will play New Orleans in what is the late game at this point. What we're hearing will be at 7 o'clock in New Orleans. And the winner of this game will play Knoxville.
Right.
Again, in New Orleans. And what we're hearing is the early game scheduled at this point for 3 p.m. Pearson slipping in there, winning that ball. Antonio with it. Woodfin with the run forward. DeSchmidt in the box.
Pearson getting a bit cramped out there, having to play back.
Back to Bywater. That's good patience by Pearson there.
Keeping possession.
Didn't have much in front of him except Nashville defenders. Nothing in the box.
Nashville have got the whole team back in their own half. They haven't really got much of a chance to break at this point. Trying to come away with it now, but stifled again by the Chattanooga midfield. I'm expecting to see Nashville push up a bit more when they're 1 down. They've really got to go out and get out of the comfort zone. They're still staying in their own half. They're going to have to come out if they're going to get a goal.
And tactically,
DeSchmidt
they have to be smart about it. DeSchmidt skipping
the
away.
Oh.
That was a good slaloming run, as you mentioned, driving that ball towards the near post. The goalkeeper did well to come out and snag that one. Tell you what, Kaufman's had a good game in the goal for Nashville today. Really solid. And even the penalty that he gave up wasn't really his fault. Great ball by Zeka there, finding Antonio. And the goalkeeper did what he could, bringing down Antonio just around the penalty spot. But other than that, he's played really solidly.
He has played very well. Let's hope he doesn't do any more of those because he's already on yellow card, Carlos. Just want to get a second one for sure.
Bywater just
good
nipping
steal
in there.
Chattanooga stealing the ball away. And referee giving a foul in Chattanooga's favour.
And one of those little bumps and touches going Chattanooga's way. See Coach Jimmy Weekly off of the Chattanooga Football Club bench, stepping over to talk to Jake Lever just a little bit. Looks like there may be a little bit of a change in formation for Nashville. CFC talking about some adjustments. Ball into Antonio with a good little turn.
To Zeka, to Woodfin.
All the way back to Young. Carrier 1v1, that's a situation he's going to like. Chooses the option of patience. To Young, to Carrier, into Woodfin. Pearson now all the way across midfield there. Very well done. DeSchmidt with it. 1v1 on that left foot. You know he likes it.
Zeka in the box. Still Zeka. Oh! Shot charged down with the Nashville defence. That was a really good good play by Nashville to stop that going through because Zeka was on goal there.
And that's what we like to see, Simon. Good possession from CFC. Good patience. Works its way from Carrier to Young, all the way into Bywater, into Woodfin. Lots and lots of possession at the edges of the Nashville box, all the way out to DeSchmidt, who's been so dangerous over the last couple of weeks. Zeka finding a little bit of space, but deflection out of bounds for a corner kick. Now we have a CFC player down in the box.
It's Zeka. I think they have cramp, Carlos. He's just gone down suddenly out of nowhere. So it may be cramp.
And he has been running those channels really, really well. Lots of energy spent.
He's
mentioned it. Yeah, you've mentioned it multiple times. It is really hot out there.
May just be cramp, dehydration.
Take a quick break as the trainer steps on to deal with Zeka. Got several Chattanooga Football Club players warming up in that section right in front of Zeka, right where the corner kick will come from. Looks like DeSchmidt down there, ready to take it. What will be an outswinger.
Yep. Bill Elliott giving a quick word to Kieran Bywater there, some more tactical advice. This is something you have to do during the game. It's always changing, and they have to keep up to date on what the coach sees at the side of the field that the players don't always see when they're involved in the play. And they sometimes miss stuff because the coach sees things that they don't.
Bywater now making his way over to the corner.
It's like Zeka's coming back to the bench.
Yeah, he's got to come on from midfield.
Right.
He wants to get back. So for the moment, Chattanooga playing with 10 men. 2 against 1 in the corner. Bywater to the back post.
It's a deep cross. Still loose. And Nashville gathered up again.
Uhas with a little flick there at the near post. Now having to work back to get back to his center back spot.
And Zeka is back on the field.
As you mentioned, I think that was just a little bit of cramps and fatigue, especially after bursting into the box there, getting that shot off. Muscles definitely tightened up. Nashville with a little bit of possession here.
Nashville have to come forward, Carlos. They cannot sit back. Unless they want to just go home, but I'm sure they don't.
And as we've been talking about, it is a tactical awareness thing. You know, they don't want to go forward all gung-ho and leave too many spaces. Chattanooga's got a lot of attacking players on the field. Zeka with it, Woodfin with it there. So you don't want to give these guys too much space. And I think Nashville's trying to play a patient game as the game winds on. As we get towards that 90th minute, you're going to see more and more players get forward.
Right.
Those spaces are going to start to open up behind.
It's going to happen.
Some goals.
It's going to happen.
Antonio with a good turn. Woodfin with a flick.
Antonio again, trying to find space. Goes down.
That's going to be a foul.
That's a foul in the D, right?
Players straight up.
Right on top of the box. A clear foul right in front of the referee.
And that's Luke Wilson who's arguing with the referee, but I'm not sure what he's arguing about. That was a rash challenge. Got Antonio just as he was about to shoot, as he was in his windup. This is going to be an opportunity, I think, for either DeSchmidt or Bywater, Simon.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Bywater take his chances, curling that one over the wall.
These are our 2 free kick specialists, Carlos, and they're the best guys for the job, for sure. Referees getting the Nashville wall back the full 10 yards. I'm not sure that's 10 yards, Carlos. You think it is? It's about 8.
You can tell on the markings here, and it's pretty close.
Okay. Here's Bywater, no, DeSchmidt. Off the wall, and again, second chance.
Oh, wow. That one looked like it was arrowing towards that corner, Simon. Goalkeeper with his feet planted. Chattanooga with a collective deep breath after that one.
Absolutely, right across the, just over the crossbar there. That would have been a peach of a goal to really put things beyond, beyond doubt tonight. Nashville breathe again. If you're sitting on the edge of your seat, you can relax a bit for a moment or two. Very dangerous in Chattanooga there. We're in the 60th minute, still 1-0 to Chattanooga FC. in this playoff game against Nashville.
Bywater trying to get forward there.
Yeah, that didn't work, did it? Gives that away to Nashville for a goal kick.
We've been talking about it, Simon. It's that balance, trying to get that second goal, but also be patient.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Carrier putting pressure on. Nashville playing forward. Cordova with it. Good touch in midfield. Collins spraying it wide. I think we're going to get a diagonal ball here. Good flick there. That was Cordova again, active. And a CFC goal kick.
Goal kick, yeah. Some referees might have given a foul there against Juhaszczyk, but that was it was a clean tackle. So.
And we have people from all over Carolina,
Who've
Ohio,
we got? Who's out there?
Orlando, Florida.
Hey, guys.
Lots of people watching the game today. We are now over 250 people watching, Simon.
Very cool.
Pretty exciting stuff. People want to see good playoff soccer, the NPSL, and this one is proving to be a good one, Simon.
It is. It's been an excellent game. I'm certainly enjoying watching it from up here in the Eagles' Nest. And I hope you're enjoying watching the stream at home too.
People from Georgia as well watching the game. Interested to see what happens here. I'm sure there's people from New Orleans watching. Of
course, yeah. Everybody in the NPSL really has got a stake in this game. Wants to see who goes through to the next round of the playoffs.
Nashville throw in. Working on the far side. Not much space over there. Ball bounces out.
Long ball, and Paolo Peter gathers it up and says, takes the danger out of that one. Nashville are going to have to be a lot more threatening if they're going to score here tonight, Carlos, I have to say.
And you see the referee signaling to Pita, making sure that he's keeping his tempo, making sure he's not wasting any time.
Right.
Got about 30 minutes left, including some extra time. Can't start wasting that time just yet, but here's an opportunity for Nashville breaking forward. And Pearson does well to get back in front of the ball.
Still with Nashville. Looking for the cross.
Gomez on that far side.
Good tackle
by Jake Young. Solid as always.
He says, no way you coming through here, Sonny.
That was actually John Carrier.
John Carrier all the way back. All the way back.
I think he's going to be doing that more and more. We may see a substitution to bolster that defense here as the time winds down.
Nobody's warming up yet, but we haven't seen that yet.
Collins all the way back to get it. And a nice little back heel. Good footwork by Collins all the way back to the goalkeeper. Finding space.
That could have gone wrong, couldn't it?
It could have. Confident play by Collins. He's a good midfielder. You see that a lot of the good things that come from Nashville start with Collins in this defensive midfield role. You see with him on the ball again here, finding the spaces for his teammate, just sitting in between the back four, finding those spaces, much as Matt Aldred used to do. Just Matt here.
Stealing the ball, setting Felipe Antonio free. Got Zecker in the middle.
And just snatched at it with that left foot, leaning back.
Yeah.
You see what he was trying to do, just get a good quick shot off, but wasn't able to do so.
And he had Zecker open there, but didn't take advantage of it.
And I think we're going to have another substitution for Nashville. Number 17, Shuka Aru, stepping on the field.
Now in the game for Nashville, number 17, Shuka Aru.
We'll give you the number coming off the field.
It's like Zekker's gone down again, Carlos. The cramp may be getting to him. They may have to substitute Zecker.
And that's number 20 coming off the field. Daniel Dunleavy at this point.
And the Chattanooga bench has depth, as we discussed earlier, giving you the starting lineup, and still see Luke Winter down there, and
there's that guy named Luke
David
Winter
Perez
sitting on the bench. He's been known to be lethal around these parts
really
with those goals.
So
Evansville, Indiana,
plenty of depth on the bench for Chattanooga if they do decide to switch out Zecker. But nothing yet, I don't think. I think he wants to keep playing.
New York, Simon, we got people from all over the United States.
Very cool, very cool.
Interrupt there.
No, go ahead.
As I mentioned, Wyoming, upstate New York.
Yeah.
Indiana.
And they are taking off Zeka. Felipe Oliveira's coming on. Zeka gets a huge round of applause from the fans in the stadium tonight. And Felipe Oliveira are going to come on and go up front with Felipe Antonio. It's back to the Felipe twins again. And they'll be doing great tonight. Those two work together so well.
That's going to be a Nashville foul.
Yeah, giving that one away to Chattanooga. Referee called the foul.
Yeah, Lever just shaking up just a little bit. And that's the substitute who just came on, Sharu, making his presence felt right off the bat. And I think we can look for more of that over the next 15, 20 minutes. Lever shaking up just a little bit. Referee gesturing to his head, making sure that the player's safety is of the utmost concern. So he's going to step off just for a minute with the trainer, make sure everything's all right. Then he'll step back on. Simon, we got the Felipes up front now.
That's what I was saying, yeah. Those two work together so well. It's always a pleasure to watch them playing together.
Minneapolis, Minnesota in the house as well. Welcome to Chattanooga.
Yep.
And Jacob Lever, a little bit antsy, trying to jump back on the field.
Right.
He's got to step over to the fourth official, do it the official way. Nashville with a little bit of possession here. Just behind him.
Yep.
Able to keep it.
Can't connect. Looking better from Nashville, a little bit more, but again the ball runs out of play for a throw.
Pearson nips in there. Lever is back on the field, so 11v11, both teams at full strength. Simon, we have people in Australia watching the game.
Excellent. Good to see you out there, folks. Hope you're enjoying it.
No stranger to being active in his box, comes to claim that one.
And of course, it's like 9 or 10 in the morning in Australia tomorrow, so it's quite a comfortable time for them to be watching, really. Watching over breakfast. Woodfin almost gets the ball through.
Got that one through there. Antonio would have been off to the races on that one.
Pounced on that one.
Not quite sure what we have here. The referee's blown the whistle. And we're back in play. Collins keeping it moving. Just hoofed forward there.
Go ahead to it, and Lever's there to break up the attack. That was quite a dangerous move, Carlos.
Yeah, and it came from nothing, really.
It did.
Cordova just knocking that one forward. And I think we're going to see a lot of that from Nashville. Trying to put pressure on CFC's back line.
I think we are too.
Good combination on the left-hand side there.
Looking for those mistakes that can lead to a goal, and a push there on the defender. On Lever getting a shove in the back, and the referee called it. Calls the foul on that one too.
There's going to be a lot of that.
There is, I think, as the game goes on. There'll be more of that needling and more of that pressure on people. Referee's having a word.
I don't think the referee liked the reaction.
Not at all.
From the Nashville player.
I think something was said there, Carlos. We couldn't hear it up in here in the commentary box, but something was definitely said.
Yep, not enough for the yellow card, but definitely enough for an earful. Chattanooga will like that. Take the sting out of the game.
That's right. Bit more pressure.
Yeah, keep that clock going.
Keep the pressure on Nashville.
We have a special request. Inside the stand, please do not stand or sit on the front wall. So down here.
Woodfin trying to find space.
1 against 3. Good little footwork.
Gone a bit too far.
Bywater with it. Back to Woodfin. He's going to try and combine with Carrier. There it is.
2 on 3. Where Chattanooga got Carrier trying to go down the line, winning a throw for Chattanooga. Again, good defending from Nashville there to push them wide, not get a chance to shoot.
But Chattanooga will like this. Keep the ball as far away from Paolo Pita as possible.
That's right.
Antonio couldn't quite bring that one down under control. Jake Young with a measured header. Back to Young. And forward, couldn't quite find Carrier. Little bit of contact there. Referee choosing to play some advantage.
DeSchmidt, ball in.
Wow. I think that one's going to be a corner, Simon.
I think so. Oliveira coming in very fast there and dangerous, getting behind the Nashville defence, and they had to really react quick there.
Teasing ball from Leo DeSchmidt.
It was, wasn't it?
Just looking for a striker to get on the end of that one.
Out of nothing too. Just a great shot.
You see the referee gesturing to the Chattanooga players once again.
Yep. Keep
He's
it.
keeping the time.
Keep it
sure
moving.
the momentum's
No
going.
time wasting.
CFC will look to waste these precious seconds on these free kicks. 2 players back. Jake Lever, Jake Young.
Deep into the box and headed away by Nashville, trying to force them way out, but
Back into
Lever
the
puts
box
it
by
back
Lever.
in. Yeah.
Good flick. Check. Got on the end of that one. He's going to have to make his way all the way back. Kaufman with it. Waiting for Nashville to get forward. Driving it almost all the way to the edge of CFC's box. Check with a massive header. Collins with a great touch and outside of the football. Nashville looking to come forward again. Little bits of space. Peter coming forward. And that's a goal for
Is that a
Nashville.
goal for Nashville? Yes, it is. Referee's given the goal.
It was a good ball from Collins initially and out to the left-hand side. Peter stepping forward a little bit aggressively. Not quite sure who put that one away for Nashville. It's definitely the left-sided player. Could have been Cordova.
21.
Number 21, Simon Christian Gomez on that left-hand side.
He's getting all the praise. So, goal for Gomez in the 71st minute.
That takes a lot of the emotion out of the stadium.
Yeah, game on, Carlos. 1-1.
1-1. Now to nothing. Nashville evens the score.
Right.
That one started all the way back at the goalkeeper. See on the replay here. A little bit of pressure, but nothing really in it. Long ball headed away by Check. Falls right to Collins with a great touch. Finding the outside midfielder, as we mentioned. But here's Felipe Oliveira trying to nick in.
Come through, and a handball given against Oliveira.
Just made the defenders
Yeah,
turn and run onto it. I'm not sure Peter needed to come that far out to challenge for that one. It would have been maybe good for him to stay in his spot, cut that angle. But as it stands, Nashville with the goal.
That's right.
Cordova
Things have
with
been
a good
exposed,
finish.
and Nashville took advantage of it.
Number 27 for Nashville, about to check into the game. That's Michael Jones. Maybe another change in formation or tactics now that Nashville's got that tying goal. I'll let you know who's coming out in just one moment.
Chattanooga have Winter and Waylo warming up at the far side.
That's Andrew Chamberlain.
As well as Perez.
Andrew Chamberlain coming out for Nashville. He's their top goal scorer, so that's a threat off the field. As we mentioned, number 27, Michael Jones, step back onto that left-hand side. We got 2 balls on the field at this point. Referee blowing the whistle real quick, getting it stopped. Referee restarts the game with a drop ball. Carrier able to get in there, but couldn't quite keep the ball in play. CFC with the throw in on the near side. DeSchmidt picking it up. Back to Lever. Bywater with it, finding Young into Woodfin, who's been active since coming on. Not sure if he's been as effective as Hernandez was in the first half. Trying to thread that one there. Threw into John Carrier, but couldn't quite get the connection right. I wonder what happened with Hernandez as he was playing so well in that first half. I have to imagine it was an injury.
I think so.
Long ball there.
Nashville trying to make something of it.
Good turn by the attacking player.
That's why it's gone out for a corner to Nashville. Chet Young having to work a bit harder in this half, did in the first half, I think, Carlos. He's having to absorb more pressure on that side of the field.
Nashville sending the big bodies forward here, trying to get their big guys from the back into the box here. Referee sees something he doesn't like.
Yeah, calls it back. Some infringement. It's like some pushing.
He's going to talk to two players in there. It's DeSchmidt, number 27 for Nashville, who just came on, Michael Jones, getting involved in the corner there. A little bit of pushing, a little bit of grabbing. A little word from the referee. Nashville to retake the corner. Into the near post. And Pita with a big slap to it. Pearson with a header away, but kept in by Collins, I believe.
Nashville trying to get the pressure on.
Pita with good anticipation to come forward and win that one. Fell awkwardly, but it looks like he's okay. Yeah, straight up. Little thumbs up to the referee, signaling he's all right. Well, quite a shift in the energy in the stadium, Simon, as we approach the last 15 minutes or so.
That's right, yeah.
Game 1-1. Nashville with a goal seemingly out of nothing.
And the fans trying to drive Chattanooga on with this one.
Oliveira with a flick around the corner, trying to find
Not
Woodfin.
quite getting that connection again,
And
Carlos.
these are the moments where Nashville's
right.
been
If
dangerous.
they can break. What have they got? Nashville
Strong
still
run.
with the ball. Still with the ball, Nashville.
And a strong run by Ahu through the middle, and another goal from Nashville.
It's two from Nashville in a few minutes. Back to back. Nashville getting right through the Chattanooga defense, powering their way through. This is the time that Coach Bill will be looking to bring on Luke Winter, and lo and behold, Luke is off the bench and ready to come on.
With a really strong run. Ball bounces up to him. Fortunate little bounce, but a really clinical finish. He hit it well, he hit it strong, hit it low, right by Pita. Couldn't react quick enough. And as you mentioned, Luke Winter, 17 on his back, stepping on for Felipe. Antonio stepping off. He's played well tonight.
Yep, had a good game.
Maybe not his best game of the season, but he's played well. He's been active. And now, 12 minutes left in this one. CFC needs to come forward and find a goal.
Yep, 12 minutes to go. Let's see if Luke Winter can make the difference as he's done so many times in the past.
You see the Nashville coach cheering his team on.
Absolutely.
Getting Ahu really challenging everything. Or Aru, I'm sorry. You know, he's going to be going back and forth. Really putting a lot of pressure on the Chattanooga Football Club defenders.
DeSchmidt with a long throw to Winter.
It's going to be a CFC throw on the near side.
Yep. Chattanooga have to go for broke. Nothing to hold back for now.
DeSchmidt with a long ball into the box. And that's not what CFC needs.
Not at all.
Patience. And now, shoes on the other foot. The Nashville goalkeeper taking his time. Nashville will look to squeeze all the precious seconds off the clock.
That's right.
CFC will probably look to make another tactical change as it creeps towards 90 minutes. Juhaszczyk with a good win. Woodfin challenging. Out to DeSchmidt. Again. CFC winning the throw-in. Referee wants the throw-in on the spot. DeSchmidt going back to Lever. Juhaszczyk to Young. Trying to find Oliveira. Just couldn't quite get it there. Missed touch by Juhaszczyk. Jake Young able to keep it in, just barely, trying to find Winter. Collins with the touch over the top. Pearson nipped in there. Aru with it.
Nashville trying to come through. Taking the shot, but it comes to nothing.
Another quick shot. Trying to keep Pete on his toes. Trying to maybe catch him off his line just a little bit. Ball dribbles safely into Peter's hands. All the way over to Young. CFC's got to have a little bit of urgency in these last 11 minutes. Get the ball forward quickly through midfield, but not be impatient. Bywater wins a throw-in. And you hear the Chattanooga trying to
drive the players on.
Oliveira trying to find Winter, just couldn't find his feet. Nashville
Nashville
clears it to
just
Lever.
clearing it carelessly, really.
Yeah, it's going to happen more and more often, Simon.
That's right. They're
Good
trying
flick around the
keep
corner.
the ball away.
And I think there's going to be a
That's
foul.
a foul.
Yep,
Foul
on
on
number 8,
Pearson.
and there's a
There's
yellow
card.
card. Late challenge there. That's number 8, Gregory Warden,
Yep.
midfielder from Nashville.
Another card for
Picking
Nashville.
up the yellow card. Check going forward. Young, I believe, will go forward as well. Need the big defenders in the box, causing a little bit of chaos. Maybe knocking the ball down here. We're in the 81st minute. See that sliding challenge. Right into Pearson's legs.
Yep.
DeSchmidt over the ball here. Looking to send a really dangerous ball into the box. Carrier dropping back. And there's Jake Young filling the back post.
Deep into the box. Who's on the end of it? Right through the box.
Way over everybody. Couldn't quite get on that one. I believe aimed towards Check at the back post. I think we're going to see another substitution. Nashville taking their time with the throw-in. Too much space there. Nice little header to cushion it down. Nashville with the throw-in here.
Now entering the game for Chattanooga FC for 16, Mark Tots.
Mark Tots stepping onto the
Yeah,
field.
number 16, Mark Torts coming on. Taking out Paul Pierce, who's run his socks off tonight. Probably Peter Pierce absolutely wore himself out today, so Mark Torts taking the midfield position with fresh legs.
And for Nashville, about to step on the field, it's number 15, Jamie Cox. Or I'm sorry, it's number 16 stepping on the field, Adam Grant. Taking just a couple more seconds off the clock. He'll look to be active, pressure everything.
Nashville trying to drive the ball across.
Nashville throw in. Tots will be a little bit more of an attacking midfielder than Pearson was. Trying to find those balls through. All the way back to the goalkeeper. See the CFC players trying to put some pressure. This Felipe Oliveira, I believe.
Yep.
Check coming forward to try and win the header.
The ball's bouncing around. We need to get control of that. It's just bouncing around the field at the moment.
Carrier did well to win that one. Back to Young. Young doing what he can. Bruce, big and strong, powerful over there.
Yeah, he
causing
is.
even Jake Young a problem.
He's
Who's
a big guy, isn't he?
strapping lad for himself.
Those of you who watched Chattanooga FC over the years remember Andy Stewart, our defender, who was also a big lad. I like to see this guy get up against Andy Stewart on that side.
Collins with it. Woodfin knocking the ball back. Another quick shot.
Chattanooga's
That one's going to be a
not
goal
troubled
kick.
there. Nashville slashing at the ball, trying to get something going. Just trying to keep the ball in Chattanooga's half.
Ball played out to Winter. trying to knock it down for Carrier, who was able to keep it in play. Young, again looking for Winter. Trying his best to be a nuisance in there since coming on. Here might be the opportunity.
Woodfin.
Woodfin breaking up. He's going to get the foul call.
And obstructed by Nashville's midfield. Very clear case of obstruction there.
The referee's going to give a caution.
Looks like
here.
another card coming out.
For something that happened after the play. That's the substitute who just came on, number 16, Adam Grant.
Yeah, may have said a word to the referee.
Yeah, he was getting involved with Luke Winter.
Another
They
yellow
may have had a
card.
little bit of a word with the ref.
Number
But he'll
3
take it,
yellow for Nashville.
slowing down the pace of the game, not letting Chattanooga get any rhythm.
That's right, which is also important if you're sitting on a lead. Into the last 5 minutes regulation play, Carlos. Chattanooga have got to go all out.
Lever into the box.
Oh, and off Jake Young's head, just doesn't get control of it.
And he just wasn't expecting the ball
He
there.
wasn't, no.
I think he thought the defender just in front of him was going to clear it. And that's what happens when you have a defender in the box trying to challenge. Those attackers, they're used to gambling. They're used to, they expect the ball to bounce on their head, maybe ready for it just a little bit more. You could see he got caught in two minds there. And in the end, the ball goes over the line for a goal kick. Nashville taking their time, clearing it forward. Lever with a large leap. Good header forward, but Collins under control. Doing so well in that heart of midfield still. Lever wins the
And
header,
Nashville get the
straight
bounce.
down.
Oh, and
That's going to be a
pulled
yellow card
down.
for Lever. No question about it.
Pulled him down, pulled his shirt.
And he had to do it. Didn't have an option.
Right,
See
right.
what the referee
That's one of
chooses
those,
to do here.
yellow card for
Simple yellow
Chattanooga.
card. It could have been a dangerous opportunity there. If Uhaszczyk and Young weren't in that space, could have been denying of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. But as it stands, Lever had a little bit of cover.
Yeah.
Decided to pull him down. Tactical
Probably a bit
awareness
of frustration there,
Yep.
Carlos, at the
Yep.
end of the game. A long game like this to,
So
I think that's what's happening.
I think you're right. Even still, it's a good opportunity for Nashville here at the end of the game. And you hear the hooligans trying to cheer their team on.
Getting the
As we
crowd
get
on
to
their
the
feet.
88th minute here. The referee making sure the wall's all the way back, giving them last second instructions. Nashville.
Nashville going for the shot. And the dummy free kick. Trying to chip it over the keeper and right over the goal too, so no harm done there.
Collins trying to be a little cheeky there and go over Peter's head.
And substitution coming on now.
That's
Again,
number 18, I believe.
another technique to break up the rhythm there.
You're exactly right, Simon. You see the Nashville coach. He's happy. He knows it's the last couple minutes. Doing everything he can to make sure those seconds tick off the clock.
Nashville trying to run the game down.
Leading the field for Nashville. It's number 25, James Nark, stepping off, the substitute. See Nashville now just putting subs on, trying to kill the game off. 89th minute. You see Chattanooga Football Club fans all over Finley Stadium, standing up, clapping,
Yep.
trying to press their team forward. Ball given away by Nashville, CFC with a throw-in. Nashville with possession again. Aru coming forward against Uhaszczyk.
Still coming
Pace and
through.
the power.
He's so strong. Look at him go.
Uhaszczyk able to slow him down. Aru will take his time, go to the corner.
And Uhaszczyk wins the ball back. Well played.
Did well. Schmidt needs to get forward here. Ball into Winter's feet. The ball hasn't left the field of play just yet, and now it does. CFC throw in. All the way out to Lever.
Into the last minute of regulation time,
To
folks.
Schmidt's feet. He's been the most dangerous player, getting opportunities for his teammates. Carrier
Woodfin,
combining with Woodfin.
Woodfin trying to come through. Can he get the cross in? He's going to run out of space. Ball goes across. Nashville thrash it away. Chattanooga had a good chance in the last minute to put pressure on.
Good little run there by Woodfin down the line.
Again, Nashville pushing those balls away.
I think Lever needs to get more involved, get further forward, as does Bywater these
In
last
the
couple
box.
seconds.
Nashville pushing it out again.
Back to Lever,
Got to go for it. Get it back in the box.
into the box, looking for Winter.
For Winter on the end of it. Comes away to Carrier. And ball pushed out by Nashville. Chattanooga running on all cylinders now, putting tons of pressure on Nashville in this last minute of the game. Can they get something out of this?
Cleared away by Nashville. Anywhere will do. The announcement of 4 added minutes. We're into the 90 now. Into those. Ball into the box.
Oh.
Good flick by Luke
Keeper
Winter
right
there. Oliver couldn't quite get onto it.
I don't think there's any boy in the stadium sitting down tonight, Carlos. Everybody's on their feet. This is very exciting.
It's unnecessary from Winter just stepping in with a foul. That's what Nashville want.
That's right. They can waste a bit more time. That really doesn't help Chattanooga at all.
Collins taking his time. We'll get it forward into that corner. Nashville just
Goes
taking their
down under a
time.
very soft challenge there. Just falls over. Trying to win the foul. And the referee goes for it. And it's like, really, that was just a fall over. But
Yep.
gives Nashville a free kick and the Chattanooga half in a dangerous position.
CFC players having to give 10 yards. Nashville will probably play this short. Look to just keep it in that corner. And there it is. Going towards the corner.
A bit more
That's a
time
room.
wasting.
Use big frame to keep the ball.
Goal
Ball's
kick.
out of bounds for the goal kick.
Yeah.
Could have gone anywhere there, Simon. Could have been a goal
It
kick.
really
Have
could.
been a corner. Pita putting it back in play quickly.
Deep
towards
into Nashville
Oliveira.
half, trying to get something going out of this.
Nashville did well to win the ball there. Dean Foster with good footwork, working it all the way out. Headed towards that corner once again.
Nashville on the attack again. Trying to get something going. And wasting a bit more time too. Ball throw to Woodfin. Nashville have to defend this and Chattanooga got to go all out. No holding back for anyone now the last few minutes of play.
Ball needs to go forward. Well done by Winter there. Whipped all the way out. Great ball by Tout.
DeSchmidt on the left wing. Right across to Winter. But it's behind him. Carrier driving into the box.
Yeah, you're not going to get that one at the end of the game like this one,
You're
Simon.
really not.
It's not going to happen.
Trying for the foul there on Woodfin, but referee's not buying it. Play resumes with Nashville trying to come away.
Aru with it, turning to face Jake Young. Young's making a good run.
Nice ball. Can Nashville score? Straight into Peter's hands.
Peter will get this one forward as quickly as he can. Got under it just a little bit. Carrier picking it up, driving forward.
Nashville trying to come forward again, and poor pass, but it comes back to Carrier again.
3
Woodfin
minutes in,
on the far
last minute
side.
of extra time
Cross
into
into
the
the box. Who's there? Anybody there? Who can make a goal out of this? And nobody. The referee calls for a handball.
And you see the Nashville players question it right away. 2 Nashville players go down to the
Oh,
box.
going down injured,
Cramping
apparently.
amazingly. Last minute of the game.
Both suddenly getting cramp out of nowhere. That's interesting, isn't it?
And you hear the Chatahooligans, hear what they think
Little
about
bit
it.
of tactical cramp,
And
Carlos.
the Nashville coach with his arms extended, like, what else do you expect? And, you know, what else do you expect?
Well,
End
that's
of the
right.
game, it's a
This
bit of
guy-
gamesmanship.
At a playoff game,
Yeah.
you are going to see this kind of thing.
Yep. Looking to get every second they can off the clock. The referee will add a little bit of extra time for this. And to be fair, it has been hot. The
Oh,
players
yeah.
have worked hard on both sides. Saw Zeka with cramps earlier.
Right.
able to get over it and step off the field. Nashville late into this game. We've now just approaching that 4th minute of extra time. The referee just shepherding the Nashville player off the field.
Now entering the game for Nashville, 15, Jamie Fox, and 19, Eric Roberts.
Number 15, Jamie Cox for Nashville, stepping onto the field for presumably one of the cramping players. And number 19, Ellis Roberts, for the other 2 substitutions here at the very end of the game. The 4 minutes have been played, but there was about a minute and a half of rolling around for the Nashville players on that. So I think we're going to have about an extra minute.
Yeah, I
maybe a
think
minute
so.
and a half here.
I think so.
Look to get close to that 6-minute mark.
Referees telling the Nashville keeper to hurry it up and not waste time with the free kick.
I'm not sure why this one isn't a goal kick, Simon.
No, I agree. It was the goal kick was given.
Yeah, I think it was. A little bit of confusion late in the game
Yeah,
here.
I'm not sure the referee's paying attention there,
Yeah,
Carlos.
it won't change much, but it's one of those things you get in trouble for missing a restart.
Well, that's right.
And all the way back to Peter here. Last 30 seconds or so. Ball's going to get hoofed forward. Finding DeSchmidt. Great touch off the chest. Turning and facing the Nashville players. Getting away from
Schmidt
them.
making space.
Into Bywater. Bywater needs to be
keeping the
aggressive
ball
for me. Get the
moving.
ball forward.
Yep.
Yeah, and Lever breaking his neck to get forward. Get the ball in the box. There it is.
Deep into the box. Who's on the end of it?
Header
Still
one
bouncing
by
around.
Nashville.
Nashville
Cleared away.
bicycle kick.
Maybe
Straight
one more
to
opportunity to
Bywater.
get the ball in the box here. Jake Young to the back post. Knocking it down.
Punched
Keeper
away
punching
by the
away.
Nashville keeper. Good
Hayden
punch.
Coffin, well done. And that's the
the
full
whistle.
time.
That's it.
Nashville wins 2-1.
Nashville wins, and Chattanooga's season is, I'm afraid, done.
Comes to an end. Rough game.
Very rough. Very interesting to watch.
Yep. Nashville played well, to be fair. They ran their socks off. Good finish in the end by Shuka Aru with the game winner. Really, really great run, strong through the middle of play. Couple
That's
lucky
right.
bounces, and then a good volley finish from him. Quick shot by Palapita. First goal was a chip over the top for Nashville.
So
Good little
to-
finish.
So as a result of that, Carlos, Nashville get the trip down to New Orleans for the afternoon game against Knoxville on the 14th in the New Orleans heat. And that'll be followed by the Atlanta game against the New Orleans Jesters in the evening. So 2 back-to-back games on July the 14th this Friday, both in New Orleans. And then the winner of each of those plays for the championship on July the 15th. So that will be the winner of the NPSL Southeast. Unfortunately, this year Chattanooga not featuring, which is unusual because they always do so well normally and are always right up there. This season just hasn't seemed to be the right season, Carlos, for lots of reasons that I can't really put my finger on, but just hasn't seemed to work for Chattanooga, which I know is a little frustrating and a bit unusual too for us.
And I agree. I agree, Simon. It hasn't quite been right for one reason or another.
Right,
Whether
right.
at the beginning, we couldn't quite score goals. Then we were scoring goals and giving away silly goals. Then maybe some chemistry issues, maybe some
Right,
injuries,
right.
and some new players, and it just didn't feel right. In the stream,
Correct.
we have some people mentioning just weren't quite as ruthless as we usually were, and I think
think
that's
that's
a good word for it.
We didn't finish.
You would see Chattanooga and Chattanooga Football Club teams in the past, go for the jugular after that first goal they scored at the end of the first half to
Right.
make it 1-0. You would see them really come out with a lot of passion and a lot of force at the beginning of the second half and go for that second goal. Didn't quite see it. Nashville was able to creep back into the game.
That's right.
The goalkeeper for Nashville, who's done so well over the season, Hayden Kaufman, did a great job today when he needed to. A couple big saves, couple just solid saves where he needed to be at the right time.
Right,
Right
right.
place at the right time. And,
Yep.
overall, it's hard to say that Nashville were the better team, but, they got the 2 goals and
Yeah.
they deserve it.
Well, that's right. At the end of the day, it's about, as I said, putting the ball in the back of the net. And no matter how well you play and how much possession you have and what the stats say, the only stat that counts is goals. And Nashville nicked 2 good goals there. The one out of nothing, as you said, from a tight angle. And then Yarrow was pushing through strongly and just could not be stopped and got the shot in. And that's all it takes sometimes. So, yeah, a frustrating inning for Chattanooga. Not the end of soccer here at Finley Stadium. Don't forget, we'll be back here on the 19th for the Asheville City game against Asheville City SC for the Blue Ridge Derby on Wednesday, July the 19th. We'll be here to cover that for you, of course. But in terms of league play, that is it for the season. And quite a sad ending in some ways for Chattanooga not to play as well as normal and go further than they have this time. As you can see on the screen, your Chatahooligans saluting the team with a great mutual appreciation there between the players and the supporters, which has always been a strong feature of this team. And I'm sure that will carry on into next season too. So there'll be some commiseration, a little analysis of the game too later on to see just what we could have done better. But at this point, it's ends 2-1 to Nashville. Good of them to come away, play on a larger pitch and be away and win. So all credit to them for doing that. Not the result Chattanooga wanted tonight, but that means we'll come back stronger in 2018, I'm sure, Carlos.
As you mentioned, disappointing season after the last 3 seasons that we've had. 2014 losing in the national championship, same thing in 2015, getting to the national semifinals last year. This is a bit of a change. Not used to going out this early.
That's right.
But,
we're not, are we?
It's indicative of the season, and I think the parity within the Southeast maybe has caught up to Chattanooga here in the 2017 Southeastern Conference season.
Well, no
Again,
doubt
you
about
see
that.
New Orleans with top-notch going undefeated all the way. Nashville playing really, really tough games with Chattanooga Football Club in both places. Again, tying here in the first game, winning 2-1 in Nashville a couple weeks ago, and then coming here in the game that mattered in the playoffs, even though they were second best with goal difference, came out ahead today, 2-1. Strong finish in the end, and it's disappointing. You look down there, you see John Carrier, see Luke Winter looking at the Chatahooligans, and you wonder if it might be their last go around with that Chattanooga Football Club crest on their top. And it's disappointing. You see what it means to the players, you see what it means to the coaches and to the fans, but again, just very disappointing. And you could kind of feel the emotion tonight, Simon. You know,
you
been
can see it in
bubbling
their
over.
faces. Jake Young's not happy. Jake likes to come out on top. I know he's upset, and so's Leo. But yeah, they gave all they had, and on the night it wasn't quite enough. So that is the way soccer goes sometimes. So as I said, the end of season play for Chattanooga right now. One more game on the 19th. We'll be here to cover that for you folks. So do join us for that game against Asheville City FC. That should be fun, and more chance for these players to get some time in, and before they go back off to the colleges, wherever they end up after playing here. So any final words, Carlos?
No, I think it's been an exciting season, Simon. We've had some goals. We've had some really, really nice goals.
We have.
To be fair,
We've
had some rough results, and I think this is a learning experience. You know, over the last couple of years, I don't want to use the word spoiled, because what has been given to us from the players has been earned on the field. They've played really well over the past couple of years, but maybe we have been a little bit spoiled here. Chatahooligans loving the winning ways, and the results haven't quite gone our way this year, and it's tough to take, but hopefully Nashville goes down to New Orleans and Knoxville can represent Tennessee in a good way, and we can represent the NPSL as a Southeast, and hopefully that parity that's happened so far over the conference season can pay dividends as they go into the national tournament. That's
right. We'll look forward to seeing how those games turn out, and we'll be paying attention to those on social media. I'm sure you will be too at home. But for myself and Carlos, we're going to be signing off in a moment. This is our last commentary of season play. As I said, we'll be here on the 19th for the Asheville City game, and we'll be renewing our partnership one more time before we go off to wherever it is we go for a well-earned break in the rest of the summer. But for now, tonight, from lovely, beautiful Finley Stadium in downtown Chattanooga, it's me, Simon Neal, and my great buddy, Carlos Pialargo. We're starting off tonight. Thank you for staying with us tonight, and we'll see you on the 19th. So from me and from him, good night.
Good night.
Good night.